Good morning. Nice to be here. Nice to be alive in this incredible world of ours where the sun keeps coming up every day one way or another, right? It's amazing. We take it for granted, but I'm sure there are worlds where all of a sudden one day the sun doesn't shine like it normally does. I suspect that will happen to our planet as well one day. I think it's quite a ways off. The luxury of being confused. We have enough different things going on in our society. We have a lot of choices in our decision-making processes. We have a lot of possibilities and potentials in what we're doing or what we want to do or what we think we can do. And this ability to utilize our minds for thinking is an incredible tool and has led to incredible things in our world, our technology, our religions, our cultures, all the things that make each of us unique and special and yet very similar. It's something we take for granted as well, the luxury of confusion. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 years ago, mankind wasn't able to have this luxury. It was more of a existential life. We have to eat. We have to have a shelter for the night to keep away from animals that might want to consume us or other people who might want to do the same. Different world, different levels of potential. Similarities, yes, of course. But the purpose of practicing mindful meditation is to be mindful. And above all or most things, at the very least, is a sense of perspective that one wants to acquire, maintain, and be coming into a state of awareness of as if it is a fountain bubbling up all of the time. Flowing is another word for this. One is invigorated continuously. With the self-realization of the many miracles that we can point out in every direction in our world and beyond it. This is mindful meditation. This is the perspective we can and do share if we're aware of it or not. It is here. Creation, the universe is here. How often are we thinking about it? Thinking about what we're doing, right? Our meditation practices, I recommend that we be mindful. First and foremost, not thinking, not acting, but being mindful. You can be all three, but mindful first. Understand with your mindfulness, with your sense of perspective, the choices we make when we think, when we have thoughts. We've taken a sense of perspective of what we're going to be contemplating. If we're aware of the width and depth of our universe, then our perspective is different than if we're just involved in a narrow thought train about this or that. Makes sense. Similarly, one's actions follow thoughts. So there's a good reason why meditation is practiced in the morning when one is just beginning one's day. Whatever morning means for you. It could be afternoon or night because of your schedule. But at the beginning of one's day, one might bring this sense of perspective along with them for the continuum of their day's journey. This is what we're suggesting here. Being mindful. Before anything else, just practice. Sit. Become calm. Finding a sense of ease. Allowing oneself to settle in and sink into the pulling of the gravitational field. Allowing oneself to respond by sitting upright, tongue attached to roof of mouth, shoulders up and back gently, allowing one's chest to expand, one's chin level with the earth, one's eyes soft, comfortable. Being in this moment here, right now, in a self-examination of one's posture, of one's physicality. This is a preliminary goal. It is a goal that is akin to opening of a flower, where one is opening oneself to be receptive, with the possibility of being accepting of new thoughts, of new concepts or ideas, new reflections, new possibilities, potentials. Here, then, we find a very fertile plane within our own being. Mindfulness, meditation, is the evoking of this kind of being inside of oneself. Beginning then with this preliminary physiological awareness. It's been going on for thousands of years. Allowing oneself to follow one's breathing. We've done it together many times, but it's always new because each breath is new. Each moment that caresses our lives is new. Never before has this particular breath arisen, or this particular breath subsided in our beings. Taking nothing for granted, being thankful for just being alive, being aware. Being aware of our bodies pulsing, our hearts squeezing and relaxing, causing the blood in our arteries and veins to circulate. This is such a basic opportunity to be aware of oneself, to be aware of a miracle that has taken millions and millions of years to evolve. Again, taken for granted usually. Not us. No, we're not taking it for granted. Not now. It is adding to our own sense of perspective in these moments. Our breath, our pulse. Being aware of the energy being generated by our bodies, the thermal heat that we can feel. If you have your hands together, fingertips to fingertips, thumbs to thumbs, gently, and whatever way, feeling the warmth. Or if you have clothes on, feeling the warmth. Feeling the breezes in the air, or the movement of one's cilia, one's hair. Feeling. Being more aware, more sensitive. Feeling the sound beneath the sound of my voice. The ambience of the universe is always here. It is the potential of the possibility of sound. It is ready, waiting. And what about the sounds that one hears every once in a while in one's own mind? You hear a bell or some kind of a sound every once in a while. What is this? What is your mind saying to you in those instances? Do you know? Would you like to learn? Okay. Then be receptive and ask yourself, what does this mean? Being that we only understand 1,000th of 1% of the energies that are postulated to be within the electromagnetic spectrum in our universe, we have a lot of room to grow. ESP, right? Extrasensory perceptions. Thinking about this. Thinking about anything and everything to increase one's perspective, and doing so with a sense of virtuosity, of openness, of kindness, of compassion, of empathy, of understanding. Here we find the most opportunity to perceive what we're being mindful about in the most enhanced way, facilitating more possibilities. Remembering our breathing, pulsing, heat emanating, and shimmering, which is the result of these three, because this is life itself vibrating inside each of us. Remembering all four of these things simultaneously, as best one can. And, of course, being mindful and aware, we may or may not accomplish this all the time. Sometimes they occur sequentially, sometimes 2 or 3. We're looking for all 4 as we can. It is a practice, so it is something to invest one's energy in. If you have just begun today, you may not even feel your own pulse. It may be so far under the covers, hidden from you. That's the way I started it. I couldn't even feel my pulse. I had to put my fingers on the wrist crease of my other hand under my thumb to gently push into the radial artery to feel the pulse of my heart beating, remembering the majesty of creation. It is said that man is 500 million years of evolution on the land after having whatever shape or form we were in as creatures before, amphibians, and before that in the water, where life actually began. Being aware, being alert, awakening of oneself upon this journey of evolution, of which we play our own part. Finding in oneself a gentle, ecstatic celebration opening the doors of perception unto your own celebration. It's going on. Feeling the subtlety, the vibratory nature of the upwelling of an ecstatic reverberation in one's awareness. Being here now. A bubbling bundle of miracles. Humble before this immensity of creation that we are perceiving. Thankful to being able to play, to be curious, of finding joy and awe in the realization of the reverence and amazing journey we are on. Remembering these processes of our physical being all day, that they nurture in us a rekindling of our senses, our perspectives, that we are mindful before we are thoughtful, before we are actionable in what we're doing, using one's own self-affirmations to help grow. I am strong. I am patient. I am understanding are three valuable traits or characteristics to call one's own, and to be said in such a way as I have given examples just now, because it is a most effective way to accomplish this task. Enjoy. Be playful. Being playful. You see, there's a difference. When someone says be playful, it means become playful. If someone says being playful, it means one already is. We have arrived, allowing oneself to shine for all of mankind to have a sense of one's being, your being and mine. It need not be said. It is in the way you carry oneself. It is in the way one thinks in one's mind. The energy is being created and disseminated just as much as the heat one's body is oozing all of the time. Shine. Namaste.